In this video, we're gonna take a deep dive into the relationship between Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaws across the movies they appear in. Their dynamic is really fun, layered, and honestly more complex than it might seem at first glance.
You hit me in the head with a guitar?
You're a woman? Whoa.
There's a lot going on between them: teasing, tension, emotional wounds, and even some genuine moments of vulnerability and growth. It's definitely worth taking some time to explore what makes their connection so special and how it develops over time. Let's start with one of the most important things about their relationship: they're equals. Puss and Kitty are both incredibly skilled when it comes to fighting, agility, and handling themselves in dangerous situations. Neither of them is the sidekick or the weaker one in the pair. They match each other in both physical ability and cleverness. They've both got that roguish charm, that smooth-talking swashbuckling flair that makes them feel like they're always one step ahead. But even though Puss is used to being the most charming cat in the room, the one everyone falls for, Kitty is more than capable of matching his charm. In fact, she often beats him at his own game. She can outwit him, mess with his head a little, and turn his own flirtation right back on him. It's playful, but it also shows that she knows how to keep him on his toes. She doesn't fall for his tricks the way others might. Instead, she joins the game and plays it just as well, if not better. That balance between them keeps things exciting. They're always teasing each other, whether it's poking fun at each other's past, showing off their skills, or playfully challenging one another. It gives their relationship that fun, flirty energy you'd see in a classic romantic comedy. They go back and forth, pushing each other's buttons in a way that's both fun to watch and shows that there's a deeper connection underneath all the banter. But while their teasing and banter are fun, there's also a more serious layer to their relationship. Both of them have a hard time trusting others. That's something they have in common, and it creates some real tension between them. In Puss in Boots, the first film, they start off not trusting each other at all. In fact, Kitty actually betrays Puss at one point, which really hurts him. And after that, he has a hard time letting his guard down around her again. That kind of emotional hurt doesn't just go away easily, and it creates a wall between them for a while. Then, in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, we learn even more about their past. We find out that at one point, Puss and Kitty got really close enough that they were going to get married. But on the day of the wedding, Puss didn't show up.
It was a church, the priest, and guests, and Kitty. Everything but me. I ran away then too.
Oh.
Oh, you left her at the altar?
It was wrong, I know. I am ashamed. Just wish I hadn't hurt her so badly. I regret that day.
That moment shattered Kitty's trust and left her deeply hurt. After something like that, it makes sense that she'd have trouble opening her heart again or trusting anyone, especially Puss. That backstory explains a lot about why there's still some distance between them when we see them again in The Last Wish. There's clearly love there, but there's also pain, disappointment, and unresolved emotions from the past. A big part of The Last Wish is about the two of them trying to rebuild that broken trust. Over the course of the movie, Puss begins to understand just how deeply he hurt Kitty. He starts to realize that if he wants to make things right, he needs to change, not just say the right things, but truly be honest, open, and vulnerable for the first time. He can't keep hiding behind his ego or his legendary reputation. And Kitty? She starts to see that maybe Puss is finally changing. She notices that he's not just putting on a show anymore. He's learning how to be real with her, how to be present, and how to take responsibility for his past mistakes. In a way, Kitty becomes a reflection of Puss's personal growth. She's not just there to be the romantic interest, she's an important part of his emotional journey. She challenges him in ways that help him grow. She calls out his flaws, sees past his bravado, and doesn't let him hide from the truth. At the same time, she gives him space to be vulnerable, and she supports him when he starts to change for the better. Their dynamic works because it's not based on one chasing the other or trying to be the hero. It's built on mutual respect, real chemistry, shared history, and a willingness to grow together.
I hate to say it, but should we make a wish?
Kitty, one life spent with you is all that I could wish for.
Ultimately, that's what makes their relationship feel so real and earned. It's not just surface-level romance. It's about two very strong independent characters who've been hurt, made mistakes, and are still learning how to open up and be honest with each other. They're both flawed, but they care enough to work through those flaws.